Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to the Long Dark. So, you might notice something. I wasn't actually planning on coming back until the morning. I was going to let the morning pass, but you'll also notice, if you look over there, that Gwen is freezing. And I didn't realize I actually have 0 fuel right now. So, I need to... Let's get some light, because I'll be able to find stuff easier that way. I need to get more fuel. Now, of course, if you remember, I think I got rid of my hatchet. And I don't necessarily know if I want to... Yeah, I did get rid of my hatchet. I don't know if I want to break down any big logs anyway, to be perfectly honest, but, this is going to be a tough night. Because it's only about halfway through, and I've got to find some way to keep her warm for at least a couple hours. At least, like, 3 hours, I would say, if we're going to make it. And I didn't think this was going to be so difficult, but since I can't make Gwen go into a sleeping bag, which would make a lot of sense, to be honest, I've got to keep her warm with fire. So, I guess I'm gonna... The easiest way to get fuel at this point is going to be to hunt down all the little sticks in the area. And her condition's been going up. You know, whenever she's warm enough and isn't dehydrated, her condition goes up slowly. Just like it would if you're sleeping and your condition's decent. Or, not your condition, but your, all of your needs have been met. All your food and your water and your sleep and stuff. So that's good, because I want her to have some health so we can get through little bits of cold like this. But in order to do that, I've got to have a little bit of fuel here. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to make a little fire, and assuming that we make it through the night, I will get back with you guys in just a bit. Alright, so it's now morning. We somehow survived. I don't actually know. I don't have the water for you. Okay. So we've got about an hour left. I'm gonna go ahead and make some water so we can make sure that she has enough water to make the trip.
Let me have a look, okay?
Her condition's actually pretty decent right now, so I'm not too worried about...
After you sleep.
I'm not too worried about that. I just dropped something. Just dropped some meat. Maybe we'll eat that. Yum. Yeah, so getting through the night wasn't too bad. I got a bunch of sticks and stuff. I kind of wish I could have just collected all those clothes and started burning them. That would have worked, you know, realistically, but whatever. I'm going to pick up her can, and we're going to get out of there. It's about midday, so this is going to be, temperature-wise, the best
It's okay.
opportunity for me to get out of here. Now, as I've previously discussed last time, I can't really do anything when she's on my back. I can't pull out a gun, I can't pull out a light, I can't do anything. So, we're gonna want to just keep moving and stay away from trouble, because I can't shoot it back at this rate. And unfortunately, we're going to take a quick look at her map. We've got quite the journey to make it back there. We may need to stop in the outbuildings if
Leave me.
if we need like a break. If she gets too cold potentially, I could see that happening. It's not quite a halfway point, but it's like a 60 or 70% of the way there point. So that might happen. There also, I'm thinking about this as well. There might be like some kind of scripted sequence. Okay, now on our way back, where we have to do something particular, like maybe we have to hide in the outbuilding because a sudden blizzard crops up or something. I could see that happening. Okay.
Hang on.
We can't even pick anything up. Interesting. Okay, how do I actually get out of here then? So it doesn't look like I can go the way I came in. Do I have to take that one route that I was looking at earlier? Maybe I do. Yeah, because I don't see how I can get up there while carrying somebody. Okay. Well, I guess let's waddle our way over there and see if that works. Hey, that log wasn't there before. Interesting, they removed the log, so I couldn't escape until I got the survivor. That's unexpected.
Just have to put you down.
Yeah, you chill out for a moment.
This
There might be interesting things in these suitcases. Nope. Just more clothing. Okay. So I guess I was right with the idea that that gap was supposed to have a tree in it. Man, it's going to be great just walking this whole way and hearing grunting noises the whole time. And you know, I was at this little house before. And I never saw this pathway, or at least I never went up it. Hey, look, a phone. Well, I guess we'll have to answer it then. You got a car or something? This is going to take a lot of work to drag this person's barely surviving body all the way over there.
Easy, easy.
We're going to take advantage of all this firewood here and set up a quick fire. And then I'll answer the phone and we can get her warmth back up that way.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Alright, yeah, that'll help. Let me go ahead. I was thinking about this. I think I have a coffee. Yeah, let me drink that. That will keep me from getting too tired too quickly. I have no idea how you knew to call this phone that maybe, just maybe, was still working after the house burned down.
Hello?
Me again.
What? How did you know I was here?
Have you been watching me?
All the calls go to every phone in the area. All I have to do is wait for you to pick up.
Oh,
what do you
okay,
want,
that was
Molly?
convenient.
I'm kind of busy.
Yeah, I saw you found a survivor at the crash site.
You spying on me?
How did you know
I
that?
was watching. Curious.
Hey, that's kind of creepy.
You want to tell me what happened to your man?
I don't really have time for this right now, Molly.
I'll go first. You asked about my husband when we were in the house. Not much to tell, really. He's dead. I'm alive.
Sorry if this sounds harsh, but you don't seem too broken up about it.
I'm not.
I assume he's the one in the basement. Did you kill him?
You tell me. Is failing to help someone the same as killing them?
I guess that depends on the circumstances and the intent.
Now you sound like a lawyer.
Did you kill him?
The wolves killed him. But my intent was for him to die.
Wow, okay. That's a rough one. Okay. Alright, you nice and warm. Get ready to move.
It's okay. It's okay.
Alright, so before we get started, we are right here. Really, if we just get into this river and just head all the way down, it's a teensy bit out of our way, but it will get us there without too much trouble. We just have to stick to the left path when it forks.
Oh, I wanted to go home.
And see, we could take the direct route and save some time, which wouldn't really be a bad thing. But
Hang on. I have you.
I'd be a little worried about running into some wolves on the direct route. Of course, then again, we could just as easily run into some wolves in this river as well.
Don't close your eyes. Not yet.
But you know what? I think I'll stick with the river, just because we kind of headed more or less straight this way on the way here. So we can get a little bit of a different route going the way back. I do agree with my earlier idea from last episode, though. I wish there was some sort of sled or toboggan that you could load up supplies on. Or alternatively, you could, you know, put the survivor on and kind of drag them behind you. Or they could lay on it.
Dad, help me.
Okay, I hear some wolves. Or I hear the wolf music.
Nothing good about that sound.
Go down. Get on the floor. You want to eat her? You can have her. I don't want her. Alright, that was easy. So in order to put the person down, you have to
It's okay. It's okay.
press the right click to position, and then you actually have to put them down. And I panicked a little bit, and I kept right clicking over and over, and it kept
We can make
positioning
it.
and then unpositioning.
Stay with me.
But yeah, if you could drag supplies or, you know, some kind of cart behind you, that would actually be really helpful. I can kind of see why they don't want to do it, though. It would definitely need to be an in-game sort of item for regular survival. Because a big part of the game is inventory management, not, you know, getting too much stuff. Not, you know, trying to be careful about all that. And I imagine if you had to create a sled by hand, it would probably take a bit of work. You could definitely make sort of like a simple one. Out of, you know, some logs.
We're gonna make it.
And some kind of like cordage of some sort. But then again, in this kind of weather, it may be kind of hard to get the kind of cordage that you'd need to do this sort of thing.
The sky. So bright.
And, you know, if you just took whole logs and you started strapping them together, you'd probably want 3 or 4, maybe 5 even, you know, small-ish sized logs. Not like a tree, necessarily, but the kind that you sort of see scattered on the ground from time to time. Let's see. Okay, it might actually be better for us to cut at this point. Because that's going to start taking us a little bit out of the way to go all the way around.
We're making good time.
This is that birch forest I saw the bear near earlier, so hopefully the bear is left.
Stay with me.
Nope, the bear is definitely still right there. Alright, well, we're gonna keep heading down the river, I think. I guess I could kind of head that way, I don't know. We're gonna head down the river. It's not the most direct route, but I think it'll work out. Back to what I was saying about the idea of a, you know, sled. If you were to take large enough logs to sort of make what you're wanting to make, it would be kind of heavy. The idea behind the sled, you could drag it so the weight wouldn't be as big of an issue, but putting together 4 to 5 logs in order to make that sort of thing would still be fairly heavy. So I wonder if it would end up actually helping you in any way. Like, sure, you could drag stuff on it, but at that point, would the additional weight make it any, like, worth it at all?
We're gonna make it.
If you had some sort of way to, you know, fashion the logs down and make them much thinner, you know, to be a little more akin to an actual sled, it would definitely work, but I don't know if the hatchet is
Stay awake. We're getting closer.
enough of a woodworking tool to make that happen, if that makes sense. You need something more akin to like 2x4 kind of size boards rather than a log.
I got you. We're gonna make it.
Okay, so we want to stay right here. We might have gone around the bear at this point. I think he was kind of heading to the right, so I'm going to peek out and see if we can kind of head roughly in this direction. Now there obviously are a lot of trees in the way, so I'm not 100% sure that the
We're not
bear's
far
not
now.
nearby, but I don't see him. I'll be really glad to stop dragging somebody around. This is a lot of noise we're making here, all this dragging around. I want to pick up all this cool birch bark. Think you'd mind just sitting on the ground just for a minute? It'll be just a
I
minute.
got you now. Don't worry.
Try not to attract a bear or anything. Okay, I guess we'll just stick with that for now.
Hold on.
So this is one of the
Just
things
stay
on the
awake.
map.
We're getting closer.
I can't remember if
Hold on. Just
if
hold
this has ever
on.
been non-burnt down.
Don't close
It
your eyes.
might always
Not
be
yet.
burnt down. But there's usually not a whole lot around here. It's usually just like some scraps of wood from the broken down buildings. Okay, yeah, we just kind of head straight in this direction, across a river, and hopefully pretty soon we should be able to see the town, or at least the smoke coming from it.
I won't let you go.
My family.
That's nice, honey. Can you stop complaining? You're not the one having to carry somebody. One interesting thing I can mention here. There's a button, and I can't remember what it is. I think it's under controls. Back when I was talking about this game making for some really nice wallpapers and pictures. There's a button you can press to hide all of the HUD and the UI and stuff. Not the HUD, the UI. So you can take some really good screenshots. And I really like these shots like this where there's very light snow and there's just sort of a distant haze like this. It's really picturesque.
Terrible sound.
Oh, I saw the smoke from the corner of my eye right there. That's where we're heading. This This music's really nice too. This seems to be a, relatively speaking, new addition to the game. I don't know if it's only in the Wintermute campaign mode or if they put this in the survival as well, but I don't think they had music before, or if they did, it was very simple. Not quite this complicated. The rabbits are here to greet us home. Hello, rabbit friend. Don't worry, you're safe from being eaten today. I've got so much food, it's not funny. I thought I heard a sound. Maybe that was a crow. Now I know, Gwen, you're having an issue here, and I'm going to let you get to that, but I do want to finish this church quest with the,
Fire.
with the thing that we got.
Don't fall asleep.
Yeah,
Stay
Survivor
with me.
can go there. You stay there for a moment, Gwen. Definitely use some more water right now. And some more lantern fuel. Used a bit of it looking for that firewood the other night.
This should make the priest happy.
Place church artifact.
Should
There we
check
go.
back tomorrow.
Return to the church tomorrow. Okay. Alright,
Won't
Gwen.
let you fall.
Let's go. One other thing I noticed last time when I was editing the video, and you guys might have noticed it too, these load times can be pretty long. Because we're at about 10 seconds now. About 15. Like 15 to 20 second load times. Now that's only for when you're loading in the actual world. When you're loading in a building, it's more like, you know, 5 seconds or so, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little more. Which makes sense, because it's having to load the whole map, even if it's loading the distant objects at low details and such, it still has to kind of load the whole thing. So it makes sense.
Not much farther now.
But it's still a little bit aggravating just how long that load time is. What's this vent? You got vents. Like, is that a dryer? Alright, so we finally brought her back. That took a little while. You want this bed? Here, you
Just
take
have
that.
to put you down.
How you doing? Alright,
Let's see what's
Dimitri.
wrong here.
You're looking a little sick there. You want some insulin? You got some hyperglycemic risk. Now, I know this is definitely going to help you for right now, but you probably are also going to need some more insulin at some
should be
point in
better.
the future. I can't see what's in there. I hope we're not injecting any air bubbles into your veins. I think that could be bad. Okay, so you're looking pretty healed right now.